Hey guys, Todd here. Today we're going to install the Revolver X4s on this 2019 and up new body style GMC Sierra. This is the same install for the Chevy Silverado. For this installation, I'll be using a ratchet along with a 9/16 socket. Well, make sure you're subscribed to our channel to stay up to date with all of our latest content. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, so the first thing we want to do is install our bulkhead seal. Now, I've already wiped down the bulkhead with rubbing alcohol. What we're going to do is we're going to apply this seal as far back away from the cab as possible while still up on top of the bulkhead. So I'm just going to take the seal and peel it away from the protector. And take the edge of the seal and push it all the way up against the bed cap. And then I can bear down, let the adhesive take grip. Next, I'm going to pull away a section at a time. All right, now when we get to the end, we're going to go ahead and cut that to length and tuck it all the way to the other bed cap. Okay, so I'm going to start on the passenger side. This is our passenger side rail. It's got a sticker on it that says R for right. That's passenger side. We're going to go ahead and peel that sticker off. Now we'll also see that we've got this large aluminum tab that's coming off of one end. That goes towards the cab side. So what we're going to do is we're going to lift this rail up and let it hang on top of our bed cap and then slide it all the way to the bulkhead. Now this truck has a bed rug liner, so we're going to peel that bed rug liner down and let the rail go all the way up against to where this pad rests against the bulkhead. All right, now before we set our clamp, we want to make sure we've got it in the right spot. So this is our flange coming down from the bottom of our bed cap. If we come back to about here, we'll notice that flange kind of gaps away from the bed cap cover. We want to make sure we're clamping where the metal flange is actually hitting the plastic bed cap cover. That will give us a proper clamp without rotating the rail to where it is unlevel. Next, what we're going to do is take one of our clamps and undo the bolt to where we can splay it apart. We're going to set it up into the rail. Make sure the teeth of the clamp are married into the grooves on the rail. And as you're holding that together, go ahead and get it finger tight first. And take a 9/16 wrench or ratchet and get it to where it's just starting to get snug and bite down. Then what we're going to want to do is seat the rail at the top. The way I do that is hit it from the top, and that seats the rail. Then we can go ahead and clamp that. We're getting that to about 10 foot-pounds. All right, next I'm going to go ahead and install our strap clamp right next to it. Again, we're just going to loosen it up, splay that apart, get that up into the grooves on the rail. Again, get it nice and hand tight first. Then with our 9/16, get that nice and snug down. I like to get it to where the strap is coming off the top of the clamp. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and install the other two clamps the exact same way we installed the first one. What we're going to do is use the spots where the metal flange on the bed cap is closest to the plastic bed cap cover. Now we're just going to repeat the exact same process on the opposite side. All right, now we're going to go ahead and take the roll out of the box, set it on top of the rails. What we want to make sure that we do is these plastic tabs need to go to the inside of the rail and sit on top of the flat portion here. What we're going to do is now start rolling that forward. As we roll that forward, we can start rolling the rear up as well. These are reverse rolled from the factory to protect the inside from damage during transit. All right, now here are the bolts. We're going to slide the head of the bolt into the track. And we want to make sure that these bolts line up to the slots in the tab coming off of the rail. Once we do that on both sides, go ahead and rotate that down to where the bolts slide down in place. All right, next in your kit, you're going to find a couple of washers. Will be a rubber washer and a large flat washer. Those you're going to put over top of the bolts coming down through the bottom of that tab. And then we're going to take our knob that's threaded on the inside, get that started. We are not going to tighten it all the way down just yet. We're just going to get it set in place just where it starts to catch the nylock on the inside. We're going to do the same on this bolt. As we're tightening down this bolt, or as we're attaching this bolt, it's helpful to push down on the cover to get that bolt lowered down so we can catch threads. Do the same thing on the opposite side. All right, now we can go ahead and roll the cover back to the tailgate, get it aligned at the tailgate before we tighten down our hardware at the bulkhead. All right, so it looks like we got it exactly where we need it. Make sure we can close the tailgate. All right, we're making good seal. Next, we want to go ahead and very gently roll it up to the cab so we don't shift anything around. And then we can tighten our hardware. All right, now that we've got everything aligned at the tailgate, we can go ahead and tighten down our knobs. We're just going to get them nice and tight by hand. And repeat the same process on the opposite side. All right, now if the roll is nice and tight, it will never roll all the way up to hit the cab. So what we're going to do is loosen that roll up a little bit to see where it would hit the cab if it wasn't really tight. All right, so we're at this location here. So what we're going to do is we're going to attach a bumper here and the next one down. So before we attach those bumpers, we're going to wipe down that surface with some rubbing alcohol to get a really good surface to adhere that 3M tape to. And do that on both sides, driver and passenger. We'll peel that 3M tape away, let the alcohol dry. Then go ahead and adhere our rubber bumpers. We'll also do that on both sides. All right, now the cab is protected. Here's our updated strap and clasp. It's going to go in, turn 90 degrees, and then we can pull straight up on the strap. Do that on both sides. You're ready to drive down the highway. Well, that concludes the installation. If you found this video helpful, give us a thumbs up. If you want to know more about the product, check the link in the description below. As always, if you have any questions, call the experts or visit us online.